It is Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. So tell me what you guys have been experiencing in the market so far.
Volatility.
Volatility. Okay, let's talk about that, William.
He's like, what market? It's like, what market are we talking about?
What is that? Oh, yes, yeah, we're talking about housing market, right? Because we do real estate, so we're saying the real estate realm. Is that cool?
No.
William's like, I don't know that. So what do you guys experience in the market right now in terms of you guys doing open houses, taking listings, working with buyers? Like, what are you guys seeing right now? Do you guys see a difference from the first quarter to the second quarter?
Yes.
Are you guys seeing a difference? All right, Brandon.
I'm starting to see heat back up more. I feel like this month. March was, like we talked about, kind of a little stagnant more, but
Okay.
I think it's getting back up in April, at least from the title aspect perspective.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for that. All right. Agent perspective. I have agents in here. So what do you guys see in the market right now?
I see that there's more homes to purchase now with the home development, releasing all the new communities.
Yeah.
There's more, per se, houses for buyers to purchase.
Absolutely.
After the rates dropped a little.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Like this month and next month would be a good time to purchase.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you touched on the new home constructions. So tomorrow, Lewis communities are actually having an agent and builder palooza. So that's going to be tomorrow. You still have time to register today. It's free. You get the opportunity to meet a lot of new home construction communities at one place. They do raffles, they do lunch. It's definitely a great opportunity, you guys, to network. Because I mean, we have over 8,000 units just in this area alone. So you definitely have a great opportunity to take advantage of the new home constructions. And how many of you guys have sold a new home before? New home purchase.
Sold a new home.
Yeah, exactly. How hard were those transactions?
Super easy.
Super easy. Exactly. And a lot of these communities are doing 2%, 2.5%, 3%. So just imagine you guys walk in the door, get your client signed up that one time. All of a sudden, when it actually closes, you make like a $16,000, $18,000 check just for showing them that one property. Who wants to do that?
I work for a home builder on a smaller scale, certain residential, and I know like when you guys are representing buyers, you guys can always go into the new home community and fill out a card. So whenever they already have your information on file, that you're a buyer's agent. So that way, when you do have a buyer, so let's say you just have a buyer, you go look at their models, and then someone else wants to use you. All they have to do is give your name to that community sales manager, and then you'll be already in the system for that buyer's agent.
Nice. It's a nice hack. I like that. Perfect. All right. So you guys see the screen there? So tell me something good. What happened in the last few weeks or so to you or your business? All right, Jessica.
Well, I opened 5 new escrows, which
Yeah, 5 new escrows. Yes. That's exciting.
one did cancel and I saved it. I saved the buyer from canceling, but then the seller ended up changing their mind and listing the property. But for the most part, I have 4 solid deals that are closing.
Awesome. I love it. And the thing is, you saved the deal. Obviously, the seller decided to back out. That doesn't happen often. You know what I mean? So don't think that, oh my gosh, happens all the time. It doesn't.
Well, the thing was the buyer wasn't too happy with the agent because he had a lot of questions that the agent couldn't discuss or answer for him. So I pretty much just asked him like, well, what are all the questions you were asking? Or maybe I can answer those questions for you. And I answered every question, and I kind of welcome every step of the way of his purchase because he is a first-time home buyer. And then he ended up saying, okay, let's move forward, let's get the deal closed. But then, you snooze, you lose,
Yeah, unfortunately that happens. Tina, what happened to you today? What? What happened to you today, Tina? You can still tell us what happened to you. You can mention it later. Yes.
Put a new listing up.
She just put a new listing up. This is how Tina talks now. You know what I mean? Tina used to be like, oh my gosh, I got a new listing. Now she's like, I put a new listing up. It's just another Wednesday for me. So she put up a new listing. Obviously, as we get to that point, we'll talk more in detail about it. But that's awesome. It's always great to see more inventory come up, especially when it's already 80. So I love it. Anyone else wants to share something good before we move forward? Going once, going twice. All right. So to build careers worth having, business worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth gaining, and legacies worth living. That is our mission statement. To be the real estate company of choice for our agents and their customers. God, family, then business. All right, so these are belief systems here. So I want to hear from at least two of you on these belief systems that you see on the screen here. What are you currently doing right now, whether you're utilizing it in your business or your life? What stands out? What is you currently dealing with right now with one of these belief systems? Tina,
Commitment.
commitment. You ever see that one? Commitment in all things. Okay, so what do you mean by that, Tina?
Yeah, so like, the new listing I just got, it was like a stranger just out of nowhere, so I was able to, get the listing because I feel like, I did very well with the commitment with, like what I told her at the listing appointment that what I'm gonna do. So they're really happy so far. They feel like I really, like focus on all my schedule and then focus on what I promised that to them that I will do to make their property as presentable, the most presentable as possible. So, you know, basically they're really like, they have been really stressful this whole month because moving out and then they're moving to Texas. So like, they're really stressful and they have a lot of things going on because the husband is retiring. So the wife has to do some like very stressful paperwork for something. I don't know what it is, but then they were like, they feel like, going with me, they feel like I handle everything for them. They don't have to be worried. They can just focus on their plan.
Yeah.
So I think, so far they're happy. Yeah,
Good.
so. I'm
Yes.
just- Mhm.
Absolutely.
Commitment.
And how far is this house from how far is this house from where you live?
So I told them, because they already moved out.
Yes.
So I told them I will make sure I go there every day just to check on the house, to make sure everything is good.
Good.
Yeah, so.
I like that.
They're like, they don't have to worry about the house, about the property.
Yeah, I love that. And you should definitely want to make sure all your clients feel that way, right? Because your clients have lives, they have other things that they're dealing with. And if they can feel that you're committed, you know, to really delivering a great service and making sure they're protected is always great. I love that, Tina. All right, one more share. All right, teamwork, together achieve more. Let's talk, Lou.
All right, so I've been in business for about 2 years, and I'm not an agent, by the way. But I was a solopreneur for the longest time, and I started hiring people to kind of replace the daily things that I was doing that wasn't higher leveraged items. And the second I started doing that, I was able to focus more on the revenue generating activities, and my business kind of exploded at that point. And so if you are currently working by yourself, you're just the only person, I highly recommend you like maybe look into VAs, virtual assistants, or like look for things you can replace your time with. Yeah.
I love that. And we actually have a book, the Minority Agent book, and we touch on 3 L's. And one of those actually happens to be leverage, right? Thank you for bringing that up, because the thing is, once you can incorporate leverage in your business, that's when you actually see your business explode. Because instead of you spending your time on the day-to-day admin things, you're actually spending your opportunity on the money-making activities. And Wu just gave a great example of that. So thank you for sharing. All right, a technology company that provides a real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trained consultant, and focuses all his activities on profitability and probability. All right, so this is my favorite time of our conversation. America's favorite game show title. I can hear you. All right, I am your host, Kieran McGlory, along with my lovely co-host, Daisy Ruiz. Daisy, who are contestants today? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to stand? Right here. You stand right there? I thought you want to stand over here, but okay, you stand there, it's totally fine. All right. That's Tina. Huh? Yes, E17 All right, perfect. Yes. All right. I don't think you guys ever win against each other, so this is interesting. Yes. All right, so let's check out today's property. This property is a beautiful property. It's a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath home, about 4,287 square feet, located in what city? Because we're located in what city? All right, perfect. This home recently closed escrow, so think about the prices of what's going on in this market. Again, it is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 4,287 square feet. The lot size is over 15,000, and it was built in the year of 2007. So 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 4,287 square feet. So whatever number you're thinking about, add like 500,000 to it.
Oh, okay.
What's the lot size?
15,326.
Oh, that's big.
It is. It is. I know. I mean, like the picture's nice, but I mean, even if you look at the computer, like you'll actually see like more of it, of the front yard.
Does it have
So-
a view? Does it say it has a view, like on the display?
Oh yes, it has a view.
It's northern or south?
It's
I think
I would say it's northern. Make sure I'm not giving too much away to you, William. Yes. Yeah. I noticed double-sided printing, so I'm like, wait a second.
Is it gated community?
There is an HOA. So 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 4,287 square feet. Just closed very recently.
That's huge.
That's huge. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So I am gonna I'll go with Tina first. Tina, 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 4,287 square feet, closed recently, within the last 2 weeks. So when you think about your pricing, keep that in mind.
I think it really depends on the community it's in,
Mhm.
because there are some community that can price very high.
For sure. And it was built in 2007.
7.
Mm-hmm. Almost 5,000 square feet.
Right, and then the lot is 15,000.
Yes.
I would say 2.28.
2.28. Okay. Perfect. Now, before I go to William, I would like 5 guesses from the audience. All right, Jessica. 2.4. Okay. 4 more.
1.9.
1.9. Okay. All right, 3 more. Don't worry, Wesley. You can totally think of another number.
Let's go with 3.
I got faith with you.
Let's go with 3.
3. All right, woo 3. All right. Perfect. 2 more.
Can we just hit 2 flat?
No one said 2 flat. Are you saying 2 flat?
I'll say
All right, Wesley's 2 flat. All right, and 1 more. 1 more.
2.45.
2.45. All right. All right, perfect. All right, William, you heard the audience's guesses.
It's 2.45888. Something like that. I'm gonna add that to $8,000 to
Just because?
it.
Just because?
Maybe somebody like that numbers ending that.
AAA is the number.
Okay, so we got William's guess.
Hopefully.
We got Tina's guess here. Okay. So the actual retail price of this home sold for $2,455,000.
Oh, really?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Right there.
So sorry, William, you were off by 8,000. I mean, you should have came so much closer than that. Jeez.
Somebody had it.
Yes,
2.5.
yes. So that's awesome. So any
2.45.
2.4. And I think if it would have sold last year, it probably would have sold like around like 2.4-ish. But I think the fact that
2.8 maybe last year.
2.28, Tina. So If it's all last year, you would have been closer to 2.28. Don't leave yet. You know how this game show works. Come on. You've been up here many times, Tina. So, William, you won today, so you get two choices, okay?
Yeah.
One, you can get on the list of anyone that calls us, texts us, emails us, or comes in the office and says, I'm looking for a realtor. You will be that person. Or two, there's two. May 22nd, there is a Women's Real Estate Network, Inland Valley Association Spring Treat. So get you a ticket there. It's a great opportunity. It's gonna be like over 300 top realtors all over the place.
You
Men
should
and women
all
will be there
females.
too. So it's
You
men
should
and
offer
women
me
are there.
that.
We gotta see, right? So there'll be over 300 realtors there. It's like the largest conference of the association. It's great. You'll have food, you get an opportunity to network. The average referral check from that group is like 14,000. So keep that in mind, right? So William, you get a choice. You can be on our round robin, which, like I said, next call that comes in, that gives you an opportunity, or you can get the women's realtor ticket. Which would you prefer?
Did we get any, like, a phone call? or
That's a great
anything?
question. Tina, what happened to you yesterday?
Before?
Yesterday,
Daisy
Daisy actually emailed me a buyer,
a buyer.
and I called and it is a buyer.
And what are they doing?
Cool.
What's your buyer doing?
He want to buy two land,
To land. And where? Where does he want to buy this to land?
Hills.
Chino
And
Hills.
he already have all the information about the land. He just want me to contact the seller.
Oh, wonderful.
So to your question, William.
I'm so
yes,
sorry.
Yes, it does work. It does work.
I'll take the first choice. I'll give the second one to
Okay,
her.
all right. So
The
William.
Williams conference.
All right, and then Tina, you don't walk away without a prize, so now you get opportunity, so now you get a ticket to the women's realtor event. That's gonna be happening. We're gonna have more information as I go through the presentation. So it's gonna be on May 22nd. Again, great opportunity for you to network, you know, and also learn more about the women's realtor, how they help women entrepreneurs grow their business.
Anyone going from our
Yes, so Mercedes actually serves on the board. So she's
Oh.
actually the big coordinator, and she's actually trained to actually be the president next year. So, great opportunity. So, and I will be there as well too. I want to support, I support my ladies, you know what I mean? And also my agents, of course. So I'll be there as well too. So, perfect.
Hey,
All right, so well, congratulations on winning
Thank
there.
you, sir.
And Tina, it's showing proof that you go on the list, it actually does happen. Yes, yes, perfect. Yes. So Williams, how did you get so close to the price like that? That 2.4558,000. How'd you do that?
Yeah. 500.
Nice, nice. And William also looks at the market every day too. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. Yes. Let's give it up for all the April birthdays, for everyone that's born in the month of April. Yes. Yes. So Will, you had a question? All right, perfect. All right, so let's give it up for everyone, April anniversaries. So thank you guys for being in business with us. We really appreciate it for all those April people. So let's welcome our newcomers in the month of March. So we had Jennifer, Jocelyn, Pooja, Layla. Hi, Layla. Good to see you. Yes, Steen, Magdalena, and Jeffrey. All right, so this is your bucket fills. This gives you opportunity to fill someone's bucket. Someone that might have encouraged you, you know, kept you from not leaving our industry, might have helped you out with something. So I want to hear from at least two of you. All right, Tina.
I really want to say thank you to Jessica, because like she mentioned earlier, she saved one of my canceled deal. However, even though the seller decided not to sell the property, but still she did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I got that phone from her, I was so excited.
Yeah, I love it. We're gonna have to give you a cake, Jessica. Happy Taylor deal. There it is. I like it. Yes, perfect. All right, one more. Uno más. All right, Mr. Guadagnino.
Well, I'd like to Mauricio and William. Every single time I do come here, I always see those two in the extra little office space working hard. I'm just like, okay, it's motivating me. It's good.
Well, I love that. Love it for the motivation. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. All right. Does anyone else want to fill a bucket? I'm just kind of throwing a bonus out there before we move forward. All right, William.
Here, his name is Robin. Yeah.
Robin?
He's getting his license soon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yes, absolutely, for sure. You picked a good time to come into the industry. So yes, absolutely. Perfect. Anyone else wants to fill anyone's bucket before we move forward? Going once, going twice? All right. All right, so this is the opportunity we get to pitch your listings. So, anyone has any new listings they want to share? No, you can tell us the specs about the property.
So
Yeah.
this property is a very lovely condo in Chino, the Preserve. As everyone know, Preserve is the amenity is just amazing. They have so many different amenities, and then all of them are very nice. They have pickleball, tennis court, many parks throughout, kids playground. And this condo can utilize all of them, all the amenities. Not every house in the preserve, at the preserve, they can utilize all the amenities, but this one can be. And then also is walking distance to school, to park house, to the new plaza. So everything is it's very central located. It's 3 floor, 1,573 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. A lot of nice upgrades. Even they have paid solar, not lease.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, and then attached direct access garage, epoxy floor. Yeah, just really nice. Nothing you need to do with this condo, just moving ready.
Just bring your toothbrush.
Yeah.
Nice. And
Really
what's the
nice.
price of this beautiful condo?
$589.
Yes, it's probably the best priced house in Chino, I would say.
A447 Explorer Street.
Chino's still nice, especially that area.
You know what, the school district is Chino Hill High. A447
Well,
Explorer Street.
I found out that actually some people, they give up Chino Hills house and moved it to Chino.
Oh,
There are many people.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you get a bigger house, absolutely. I see that too.
If they want a less heavier, loan.
mortgage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I was doing the open house in the Eastville, we have a lot of traffic. Like all these open house days, and then I found a lot of people are coming from Irvine.
Hmm.
I was shocked because Irvine is such a nice place. Why would they want to move out?
Because they don't want to spend $3 million for a 2-bedroom condo, that's why.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, but they already, pretty much since 2018, they all doubled their prices already.
Too high.
It's already, any house is like a 2 million, 3 million or something.
Like that condo I have, if it's in Irvine, it's usually over $1 million.
Can you hold it for 2 years and unlock it?
Yeah, unfortunately, listing contracts don't work that way, woo, Yeah, there's a statute of limitations a little bit, or maybe seller financing. You never know, right? Seller financing can be an option.
I saw in the Chino Preserves, I was like, man, like 700, 800, like, oh man, it's such a tough time. I was like, oh man.
You know what, actually for that price, you can only get 2 bedrooms in that area, in that community, but mine is 3 bedrooms. So I think mine is very attractive.
Yeah, well, I would be surprised if you don't get your offer this weekend. I'd be very surprised.
I don't know.
Yes, you will, Tina, we're putting it out there in the universe, you will. All right, anyone else has anything to share? You know what, she says it to you all the time. I think you guys got like one deal together, and she said that to me every time you have a listing. Oh my gosh. Anyone else has any listings they want to share? Any listings coming up? Any sellers that might have said, hey, if you can give me this price, I'll sell my property. Going once? Going twice? All right, so that's something we gotta work on. I want to hear from at least 2 or 3 of you guys each time I ask that question. Because part of your job is to identify buyers and identify. Really? Sellers? I like how you said it, like sellers? Yes, absolutely. Identify buyers and sellers, right? So next time I want to hear from these 3 of you that are doing that. Perfect. All right, so TCPA, you guys know about this. If you guys are calling people on a list, make sure they are on that do not call. They're not on the do not call list because you can get fines. And as much as I love you guys, I'm not paying your fines. I got Disney I have to pay for, so I just don't have that extra money, okay? All right, so upcoming events. So Mr. West is doing our night classes. They are Wednesday and Fridays. So definitely make sure to come to classes. You get a lot of great value as well as there's some lead generation. So you learn and then you also earn, right? So taking the information and then putting it in action. So if you guys have not gone to classes, go to the classes. We've heard good reviews from it. So the next class is going to be on Friday. So if you guys have the opportunity, come to the class, learn, and then make those calls, make those connections. Sounds good? Perfect. All right, Agent Palooza. So that's going to be tomorrow. You still have time to register for it today. It's free. If you guys have the time, go. You don't have to be there all 3 hours. You can go there as much time as you have, check out the properties, make some connections with the new communities, find out more about how they operate. You know, take the opportunity to do videos. Who knows Jason Quay? He's like one of our top agents in our market center. He's also one of the top agents in the Inland Empire. Yesterday, if you guys follow him on Facebook, he actually went to KB Homes and he actually did like a video in there. Understand, this guy is very successful, makes multiple 6 figures a year, but yet still takes the opportunity to go to these new home constructions and post them on his social media. If he's doing that, there is no reason why you guys should be not doing that. So if you guys have the opportunity, definitely go to the Agent Builder Palooza. I will be there because part of my job is I got to know the market. I got to be the market expert too, right? Because if I'm telling you guys to do these things, I got to do them too, right? And if you guys have any questions and I can't answer them, then it's doesn't make sense. So anyway, you still have time to register. All right. So the next 6-figure real estate class is going to be not next Tuesday because I won't be here, but it's going to be the following Tuesday. And I'm going to be going over how to utilize your buyers to actually get listings. So things of, I have a buyer, you know what I mean? Where you're actually pitching people that own a home, but not in the market yet. But the way for you to not only represent your buyer, but also represent the seller. So a way for you guys to actually get 2 transactions. So make sure to put that on your calendar. It's going to be Tuesday, April 22nd. All right. So we have a special class coming up. It's going to be Thursday, April 24th from 11 to 12. It's going to be by one of our top agents. His name is Alberto Sotomayor. He's part of the Smart Edge real estate team. And he's going to be going over like mindset, you know, the talents within, you know, how to actually cultivate that into action. So definitely make sure you guys come. He's a very, I would say he's a colorful speaker. You know what I mean? So, you know, he gets to the point. There's no pillows with him. He's very straight to the point. You know what I mean? So he'll definitely kick your butt in a good way, in a good way, in a good way. So definitely make sure to put that in your calendar. It's going to be here. So it's going to be in person. It's going to be Thursday, April 24th from 11 to 12. So, all right. Our next happy hour. Yay. Who likes happy hour? Yeah. Woo. Yes. So it's going to be Friday, April 25th. It's going to be at BJ's. So it's going to start at 4:30. So make sure you guys put that on your calendar. So that's going to be Friday, April 25th. All right. So daily posts, guys. So who's utilizing the social posts that we put on the daily digest? Be honest. Okay. I appreciate it. All right. So those messages that we put on there, even if you don't have an image, you can actually put on your stories. So one of our agents named Sonia, some of you guys may know her. She's actually getting conversations from these posts. So literally what she's taking is just this message here, and then she puts it on her IG story. So all she does is just put this on her IG story, and what's happening, people are actually starting to reach out to her. So currently right now, she has 2 people that are looking to sell their house within the next month. And it's only because she's been posting these daily. Because remember, we share these with you guys 7 days a week. So literally you have something to post 7 days a week, right? And again, you don't have to have the image. Just take the language, post it on your stories. And I guarantee you guys, you do that every day, your audience is going to ask questions. You know, I am thinking about buying a house. I am thinking about selling a house. We have thought about doing upgrades. You know what I mean? The thing is, you guys got to cultivate the conversations. This allows you to do that in a systematic way. Does that make sense? So who's going to start taking this and posting on their stories? Thank you. And how much does it cost you to do that? Nothing. But how much opportunities will you get out of this? Unlimited. Endless. Exactly. Yes. Perfect. So this is the event I was talking about. Yes. So this is the Women's Council of Realtors. It's going to be the spring tea. So, you know, you're going to wear like your fancy hats and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Dress in your spring attire. So I got to find a suit. I got to find a spring suit. So that's my assignment. You know, so that's going to be May 22nd. And again, it's a great opportunity for you to really, you know, be surrounded by other entrepreneurs that are doing the business at a high level. It's very encouraging, very motivating. They're going to be doing like raffles and drawings and, you know, things of that nature. So if you have the opportunity, definitely go. It's also a great opportunity to support because, like I said, one of our top agents, she's on the board as the events coordinator. So it's also a great opportunity to support our fellow KW Vision agents. All right, knock your way to success. So I think Mike Garrity, you've done a couple knocks with the door hangers. How do they go?
Yeah, they were good. So I passed them around for my last open house. Passed around door hangers and business cards and put it in there. Talked to one guy who was outside his house and he said that he was actually looking to buy multiple properties for his investments, that he does investments. So I told him to come by the open house. He was telling me that he was wanting to take a look at it. He didn't show up to the open house, but I followed up with him after the next day after the open house. And he said that he's still interested. So working with him right now.
Love it, man. And you wouldn't have met him if you didn't do door hangers or door knocking.
Yeah, so it was the door hangers, but it was also the flyers. So,
yeah.
I was passing around open house flyers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, how much did it cost you to do that, Mike?
$20 for the prints.
$20 for the prints, and the opportunity to help someone buy multiple properties.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. You know what I mean? So the thing is, what's missing is the action element of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we do a lot of trainings, we do a lot of those things, but if you guys aren't putting it into action, then it really doesn't show up anywhere. Right? So take the trainings, you know, take the opportunities that were presented to you and go out there. What's the worst that can happen? Someone says no, right? Yeah, chase the no's, because as you're collecting the no's, you are going to find the yes. And the great thing about Mike, he talked to one person, that person is interested. So that's awesome. You know what I mean? But again, guys, take what we're teaching you and put it into action. Does that make sense? Perfect. Because we're going to start doing more in-person activities like door knocking as a group, call nights, call days, social media strategies, attacks. So we're going to be doing a lot of those things too as a group in person. So we'll be doing those things as well. So as they come out in the calendar, make sure to save them in your calendars. All right, so this is the dialogue. So when you guys are actually picking those door hangers, we also give you dialogue of things to say, right? Again, all you guys need to do is perform the action. We'll give you everything you need to say. Just perform the action. Does that make sense? Thank you for like 4 people. I get it. I appreciate it. Yes. Perfect. So there's more dialogue there. Mega Agent Camp, that is coming up in August. It's going to be in San Antonio. So, you know, if you do have the financial means to go, I definitely recommend you guys to go. One of our agents goes to these events every year, and she makes 6 figures off of these events. So it's a great opportunity to build your referral network because you meet agents from all over the world. It's not just agents in Texas. You meet agents from all over the world. So it's a great opportunity to build your referral network as well as to learn from some of the top agents in the industry. All right, agent referral contest. So we are still doing the agent referral contest. Thank you for the realtors that have referred me, people. I truly appreciate it. So make sure, I'm not sure exactly what month we're going to take the $70 off, but we are going to do it. So just keep in mind. So when you look and say, oh, that's the month we decide to do it. So anyway, continue to refer agents. Again, it gives you opportunity to save on the tech fee as well as help build your profit share. Because that's what it's truly about, right? Building your profit share, building that passive income. So while you're still running your business, you're able to have money coming in, right? Perfect. So real estate market. So we talked a little bit about this. Now, these slides, I get them from Stephen Thomas. I get these on a bi-weekly basis, pay about $15 a month for it. So I've been subscribed to Stephen Thomas since I got into the industry, and this definitely has helped me have conversations with my clients. This allows you to become the expert. So let me ask you guys a question. Who Who makes more money, a primary doctor or a cardiologist? Cardiologist. Let me ask you another question. Who works more, a primary doctor or a cardiologist? Exactly. So would you guys want to be an expert and work less and make more money? Yes? Well, having the data, having the facts, this allows you guys to become those experts, right? So if we're looking at this, this is the active listing inventory year over year. Now, if we're going to look at the 2025 line, which represents this red line here, what's happening with the inventory? Is it going up? Is it going down? Staying steady? It's going up, which means what? More so for people that may not know what inventory is, what does that mean, Tina?
More supply, more properties.
More properties, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So when you're talking to your buyers and they're kind of like, oh, I don't know, Tina, I think I'm just waiting till next year. There's not enough stuff out there available. Well, we're actually seeing inventory go up, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. So when is a good time for go look at houses, weekdays or weekends, right? Allow these graphs to create conversations, to create that sense of urgency for people to move forward. Does that make sense? Yes? Perfect. All right. So if we're looking at demand, what does demand mean?
The need.
The need, okay, demand, right? Okay. So we are looking at the 2025 line here, which represents the red. Is demand going up, going down, or staying steady?
Down.
Going down. So what does that mean? If demand's going down, that means we have less what?
Buyers.
Less buyers, right? Now, could we use this as an example to get our buyers to move forward to go look at houses? How could you use this?
Opportunity.
More opportunities, and then what did you say, Freddie? Less competition, right? So share this graph with your buyers. Like, listen, you're going to be dealing with less buyers because less buyers are coming to the market, which means it gives us the opportunity as well as we can negotiate on what? As well, and what else? What else is price? What else is part of price? Price. What else? Starts with the T.
Terms.
Terms. Exactly, right? So if you're dealing with less competition, you're able to negotiate more. So this is also another graph that you guys can use to get your buyers to move forward. Does that make sense? Perfect. All right. So expected market time. What does expected market time mean?
Days on market.
So Tina, so we're saying days on market. So for people that may not know what that means, like what do you mean by days on market?
Like how many days this property has been on the market?
And then it does what? Get sold, right? So the expected market time is homes that are on the market and then they get sold, right? Now, if we're looking at the red line here,
Pick up a little.
is it going up, going down, staying steady? It's going up, which means what?
Longer market time.
Longer market time, right? It means homes are staying in the market longer. Now, why do you think homes are staying in the market longer?
That's the
Exactly, right? If we have less buyers out there, homes will stay in the market longer, right? Now, if you are sharing this graph with your seller, what type of why would you share this graph with your seller?
expectation.
Yes, exactly, expectations, right? And also another word starts with a P. Starts with a P. You're talking to your seller, starts with a P. What would your seller want to talk about when the letter starts with a P? Exactly, right? So when your seller's telling you, Tina, oh yeah, I want to list my property at 670. You show them this, right? If you're going to list your property at 670, we're going to stay on the market longer. But why are we going to stay on the market longer, Tina? Because you go back to the previous slide to show them that we have less demand. So it's super important that we price the home accordingly, right? So this slide can be used in multiple ways, not just for buyers, but also sellers too. All right, so luxury. So anything over 800,000 in San Bernardino County is considered luxury. Now, if we're looking at the listing inventory year over year, and the red line here is just going up, going down, staying steady. Up, which means we're seeing listing inventory go up, right? Now, if we're looking at demand, is this line going up, going down, staying steady? Going down, right? So pretty much is mirroring what regular price homes are. Whether they're luxury or regular price homes, it's mirroring the same effect. All right, perfect. So, does anyone have any questions about the graphs that I shared with you today? No questions. All right. So, and you guys get the recap and you guys will get these slides. I definitely recommend you guys to share these slides with people in your database. Share these slides with your current people that you're talking to, because these slides are going to allow you to create that sense of urgency. Those people that might say, oh, Mike, you know what? I'm going to wait till the end of the year. you share these slides with them, that year can come to now, right? Again, these slides are there to help you do action, right? Yes, you're going to learn, but also use this as a way to create action, create momentum in your business. I guarantee you guys, a lot of realtors aren't doing this kind of sophistication. They're not showing graphs. What they're doing is, hey, buyer, you should buy. Why? I don't know. I think it's a good time to buy. Oh, you should sell. Why should I sell? I don't know. I think it's a good time to sell. But if you're showing graphs, you're showing facts of why they should move forward, it's going to allow you guys to be that expert and get your clients to move forward. Does that make sense? Because you guys are experts, right? You guys are cardiologists, right? You're not the primary doctors. You're not just dealing with everybody and just taking everyone's BS. No, you guys are experts. You guys pick and choose who you want to work with. You guys pick and choose how much you should be compensated for. That's what true experts do. And that's what you guys want to be, right? Or some of you guys are already experts, right? Yeah, utilize these facts to create your expertise, right? Utilize these facts to help your clients make informed decisions. The reason why I want to buy is because you show me the graph of the reason why is because I'm going to be dealing with less competition. Homes are staying in the market longer, which means it gives me the opportunity to negotiate, right? Or as a seller, you know, as a seller, you're going to make sure you're priced correctly, or else you're going to get burned and stay in the market longer. All right? Perfect. Any other questions before I bring up our guest speaker?
Why does the demand drop?
Well, that's a good reason. So what has transpired with the last few months, William? What has transpired? What's been happening in our world the last few months? Exactly, right? Tariffs, obviously our market, you know what I mean? The S&P, the Dow, right? It's been going down, right? So it causes people to kind of speculate and take themselves off of the market. You know what I mean? And then you also have these people out there, these real estate gurus that are talking about how the market's going to crash. So then you got more people that are kind of like, well, since I listened to Joe Bob, doesn't have a real estate license, not in the industry, but he said the market's going to crash. So I'm just going to wait until the market crashes. So that's also a reason why we see demand going down, is because of that. And that's why it's so important that you guys need to reach out to your people. Yes, Jen.
A mastermind with another office with their top producers, and about 26 of them show up. And the question that was asked prior to the mastermind was, if in the conversations you're having with sellers or buyers for that matter, what is the one thing from keeping them moving forward? The number one thing, and there was 26 people in this mastermind, and they all do a lot of business. The number one thing is economic uncertainty. And every single one of them said that their sellers are listening to everybody else that is talking out there because they're louder than they are.
Mhm.
They recognize this. So we got a commitment from everybody that they're really gonna hyper focus on how they connect with their people to tell the story of the local market. Because most of these people aren't even here.
Mm-hmm.
They're somewhere else telling a story about what's happening there. But our sellers are hearing that story and they take it at face value because they're on Facebook, they're on IG, they're in LinkedIn, they're, you know, on a YouTube channel, they're all of these things. And they take it for truth, but it may have nothing to do with where we are and what our local statistics are. So what you're saying about being that person that educates your own database is beyond important. It is critical right now in your business because they're hearing a lot of chatter.
Absolutely. And the thing is, if you guys aren't going to be telling your database these things, your clients could be potentially missing out on opportunity because they're taking information from somewhere else and not affecting what's actually going on with their life. So also take that into consideration too. You guys are their advisors. Are you doing your job? You know, are you communicating with them on a weekly basis? Even if they might have said, oh yeah, I'm not looking to buy or sell, doesn't matter. They still need to know these things. They still need to be educated. You know, so that's also a commitment. You guys need to be reaching out to your database every week, period. Because you don't know what happens. You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know that someone could have died. They could have accepted a child, a job relocation. You don't know what's going on in a person's life because we don't have a crystal ball. So making a commitment that you're reaching out to everyone in your database on a weekly basis, whether it's a phone call, text, email, DM, in the mail, however you're communicating with them, it needs to be on a weekly basis right now. Does that make sense? Perfect. Awesome. Anyone else before we bring up our special guest today? All right, perfect. So I'd like to take this opportunity to bring our special guest. He is a fellow Cal State Fullerton graduate, alumni, Go Titans. He is the founder of Link Me Cards, and he's going to share with you guys how to create that online presence and get business. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Lucan. Yes.
All right, how we doing today? Okay, guys, I drove in quite a lot, 40 minutes. Come see your lovely faces. Show me some love. How we doing today? You guys had it in you. All right, like Q, thanks for the warm intro. And before we get started, I'll share the title and I'll get, we'll take a little. The title is How to Crush Your Online Presence. Why? It's because the first thing your prospective client will do when you hand them your card or when you introduce yourself, they're going to go to Google, look up Tina O, Realtor, your first name, last name, Realtor, and see what the heck you're about. Right? And if they can't find you, or if you look like crap online, it's virtually gone. And so before we get started, a quick question. Anybody here have been in real estate for less than a year? Raise your hand. Year 1 to year 3, raise your hand. Okay, you can put your hand down. 3 year plus. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, that helps. All right, so let's get going. So in this presentation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a side-by-side comparison of a real estate agent with a weak online presence, and I'll show you what that looks like so you can feel it. And on the right side, I'll show you the 1% realtor in California. Her name's Kathy. And I'll compare that side by side, and I'll show you exactly where the deficiencies are, so you know exactly what you need to do. So who's this guy again? My name is Wu, and our simple goal at LinkMe is to help real estate agents bring in more clients using digital technology. Many of you guys know me as a digital business card guy. That's phase 1. Get a digital business card because nobody's keeping your paper card. And phase 2 is, now that you have a digital card, let's improve your online presence, and you can put all your online presence into your card. And so I'm a former electrical engineer, and I'm just here to help. It's going to be all value. All right, let's get started. Let's audit your online presence, yeah? All right. Why? Because I learned from working with over 2,000 agents that top producers have 3 things in common. 1, they have people come to them. They give people reasons to hire them. And number 3, they have an amazing online presence. And like I said, you guys will be able to see side-by-side comparison of what great online presence looks like. So here's an audit overview. In this audit, we break down your current online visibility. And because I can't break down every single one of these online presence, I just picked one random agent, an actual licensed agent. And I'm going to compare that with a top producer in a given market, key branding gaps and trust signals, and action steps to elevate your digital presence. That sounds good. Can I get a yay?
Yeah.
All right. At the end of the presentation, you will know exactly what to do to look like a pro. Yay. All right. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to break down 5 things. Google presence, website quality, social media activity, branding consistency, and professionalism. We're going to give that a rating out of 1 out of 5. And so let's get started. The first thing is your Google presence versus your competitors. But why Google? It's because Google is the #1 search platform used worldwide. Here's an example. I'm just going to move this bar here so you guys can see better. There we go. Here's an example of an actual agent. Her name is Joyce Beckman. I went up to Google and I looked up Joyce Beckman Realtor. All right. Here's what we see. Assume this is your presence, but it's a Joyce's. Your Google presence currently, I'm actually move that camera as well. There we go. The first link we see is a generic realtor.com profile. Virtually every real estate agent has a realtor.com profile. Nothing too special here. Second link is her LinkedIn. That's good, but again, nothing too special here. Third link is some US phone books website that has nothing to do with real estate. Now remember this is what a lot of real estate agents look like. If you gave me your card and I Google your name and this is what I see, in my head, you're not a pro. It is what it is. Here's an example, a sad face. Yep. Here's an example of the top 1% realtor in Orange County. What's the first thing that you guys see? I looked up Kathy Simon Real Estate. What's the first thing you guys see? Photo, right? This is called your Google business profile. Raise your hand if you have one. Okay, we're gonna work on that. So this is called your Google Business Profile, but let's break this down. A lot of arrows, just follow my finger. The first link is her website, kathysamuel.com. Kathy Samuel, Dana Point Real Estate, Dana Point Homes. Second link is her website through her brokerage. Third link is her Zillow with 39 5-star reviews. More reviews on her Yelp. More reviews on her Google Business Profile. I can immediately see what she looks like. This is your Google Business Profile. And you can see her niche, Dana Point Homes for sale. Easy to contact her, her number's right there. So we're gonna compare these two. The first one had no website, no reviews, no niche, no Google Business Profile, little presence. Only thing I can see is her LinkedIn. And so it's cut off here, but I can't tell if you're still in business. On the other hand, Kathy, she has her first link is her website. She has a lot of reviews. She has her niche, which is Dana Point Homes for sale. Her Google Business Profile is right there. Great presence. She's obviously producing. And so here's a question for you guys. Which one would you hire? Yeah, right. Kathy.
The one I can see.
Yeah, the one you can see. Right. And I just want to note this real quick. You don't need to have 1,000 reviews. You just need to have enough. So when people look you up, they can see some reviews, right? You don't have to have hundreds of reviews. So Google presence, I'm going to give this person 1 out of 5 because she only has LinkedIn. Kathy, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. She has everything and I can trust her just based on her Google presence. So that is a Google presence. You guys digging this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're going to go to website quality now. Website quality. Your website is the first place people visit when they look you up. So we're going to look at Kathy's website first. This is Kathy's website. What do you guys feel when you first see this? Looks cool. Yeah, looks cool, looks awesome. So first thing I see is her name, Kathy Samuel, OC Coastal Real Estate, her niche again. Her background matching her niche. Immediately you see, okay, she's the girl for OC Coastal Real Estate. And let's break this website down. So up top here is her domain name, super professional, kathysamuel.com. First name, last name.com. Looks professional. Super easy to contact her. Her phone number is right up there. Again, her niche, Coastal South Orange County, Kathy Samuel. She's got 2 buttons here on there. This is called the above the fold. Basically what that means is what you see when you first click the website. On the above the fold, you see 2 buttons. Search for homes, probably for buyers. Home valuation, probably for seller. If we scroll down, this is the second fold, her high quality website, a high quality headshot rather. And you can kind of see her background is also the beach. Again, in line with her niche. Professional agent bio, and she's got an online lead capture form where she can collect people's name and email and sign them up on her email list. So let's rate this. She's got her custom domain name, looks professional, kathysamuel.com. Yes. Yes on niche. Again, coastal homes. Yes on easy to contact. Yes for buyers and sellers. Yes, online lead capture. We're going to rate that 5 out of 5. Now, let's go to your website and just imagine you're Joyce. You don't have one. No website, no niche, no easy to contact, no place people can visit, no online lead capture. We're going to give it 0 out of 5. Sad face. All right. Google presence done. Website quality 0 out of 5. Let's go to social media activity. How many of you guys in here have a social media account? I didn't say consistently post. Who here has social media accounts? Okay, keep your hands up. Who here posts consistently on a weekly basis? Okay, about half of you. That's good. All right. So let's look at social media activity. If you don't have any social media, great place to start are Instagram and Facebook, but obviously it helps to have YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all that stuff. But we're just going to be taking a look at their Instagram and their Facebook and just compare them to. So this is Kathy's Instagram. The first thing that I notice is I know this account belongs to her because her headshot is consistent across all of her channels. Consistent username, Kathy Samuel OC. Instant proof with a number of followers, 3,800. And if we read her bio, it's super personable. It says this: Kathy Samuel, real estate agent, top 1% realtor in California, Dana Point, California. Walk with me. Click my story to see today's adventure. Tucker and a dog emoji. Apparently, she has a dog named Tucker. She lives gluten-free living. Her address, her LinkedIn, or Linktree, and you can see her highlights. Her experience looks awesome. Her feed looks like this. Now, I can immediately tell she's using some type of template. It looks fine, but I'm gonna actually little foreshadowing on our next class, which we'll be having next month. We're gonna go in depth on social media content creation. And Brandon, please come. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I definitely recommend you to start creating reels, not these, because you're gonna get like 3 likes. Yeah, these are just like generic. Everybody have seen this. They create reels, but at least she's consistent. She posts 2 to 3 times a week. That's good. Now, your Instagram, you don't have one. Post Beckman Realtor, I couldn't find her. So no results, sad face. Again, let's look at her Facebook. This is called your Facebook business page. If you have Facebook, that's great, but I highly suggest that you make a Facebook business page with your real estate info. First thing, let's break this down. First thing that I noticed is her branding, super consistent. Everywhere that I go, I see Kathy Simon Real Estate. Everywhere. Kathy Simon, OC Coastal. Again, her niche, OC Coastal. Again, this is Facebook business profile, and she's got her number there. And if you look at her email address, it's not Kathy Sells Homes 23 at Gmail. It's not OC Home Sales at Gmail. It's Kathy at kathysamuel.com. It looks a lot more professional than just a Gmail that you made like 5 years ago. Right. And her website here also has a backlink, kathysamuel.com. If I look at this looks professional. That's good. We're going to look at Joyce's Facebook. And you guessed it, she doesn't have one. Sad face. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. She might actually be out of business. I'm not sure. Sorry for ripping you in half, Joyce.
You know, Joyce is one of our agents, right?
Yeah. So comparing their Instagram and Facebook, let's look at Kathy first. Yes, IG and Facebook. Yes, consistent branding and consistent niche. Yes, easy to contact. Her phone number is right up top. Yes, frequent posts. Yes, social presence. 5 out of 5. Joyce, no Facebook, Instagram, no consistent branding, no easy to contact, no frequent posts, no social presence, 0 out of 5. I'm sorry, Joyce, but you got a 0 out of 5. All right. So Google presence, 1 out of 5, or 1 versus 5, 0 versus 5, 0 versus 5 again. We're going to look at branding consistency and professionalism. All right. Branding consistency versus your competitors. If we look at Joyce's, I know she's an agent, but that's about it. When I look at her name, I know she's an agent. It says she's an agent, but that's about it. She doesn't have a website. She doesn't have social media. She has no reviews. It's not very easy to contact her. And I honestly can't tell if you're still in business. 0 out of 5. If we look at Kathy's, I know you're an agent and you're niche. South OC Coastal Homes. Everywhere that I went, I saw that. Easy to remember you, Kathy Samuel Real Estate, everywhere. You have lots of reviews, and therefore I trust you. It is very easy to contact you. Your number, the first thing that I see whenever I click on the link. You're obviously producing. Brand consistency, 5 out of 5. So we're going to go to professionalism. Your professionalism versus your competitors. Joyce, you have a LinkedIn profile, so I gave her a +1. I felt bad giving her zeros, so I gave her a +1. No reviews, no website, don't see your past listings or clients that you've worked with. No way to book a call with you. 1 out of 5, professionalism. Kathy, professional web design, personal domain name, kathysamuel.com, personal domain email address, kathy at kathysamuel.com, lots of reviews from past clients on Yelp, Zillow, Google Business Profile. However, I still didn't see like a book a one-on-one private consultation, book a meeting with me, like a Calendly or Google Meet link. I didn't see that anywhere. Therefore, I gave her 4 out of 5. So here's the result. You, or Joyce Beckman, Google presence, 1 out of 5, website quality, 0 out of 5, social media, 0 out of 5, branding consistency, 0 out of 5, professionalism, 1 out of 5, total score, 2 out of 25. Kathy, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5, 5, 4 out of 5. Total score, 24 out of 25. In this case, Kathy looks 12 times better than Joyce. And so here's my point. My point is, Kathy's not doing 2 to 3 times more work than Joyce. In this case, Kathy literally looks 12 times better than Joyce to the eyes of potential clients. And I would really want to hammer this point home is that customers will always choose what they perceive as high value. Doesn't matter how high value you think you are. If they don't see it, they don't care. They're not going to see high value from you. So this is the point that I want to solve today. And with that said, I promise to you that at the end of the presentation, I'll show you the action step so you know exactly what you need to do to look like Kathy. But before I show you the action steps, was that useful, everybody?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. If so, could you guys do me a favor? I'm not here to sell you anything. All I ask is that can you take out your phone and scan this QR code? It'll take you to our Google page. Can you just leave me a 5-star review? You don't have to say anything. Just scan this, click 5-star, and click post. The reason why I do this is because I just explained why having reviews is so important. So I'm practicing what I teach. So, Tina, I don't see your hand up. I'll give you 20 seconds. You don't have to say anything. Just click 5-star and click post. So that would be cool. So here. Thank you. I'll wait like 15 more seconds and I'll continue. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. It took me like 4 hours to make. So yeah. But glad it was helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just gonna wait until Q-san. A lot of pressure on you, bud. Thank you. All right, so here are the 13 actions. Oh, I see people still on the phone, so I'll wait another 10 seconds. But does that kind of visualize what having a good online presence will look like for you guys? Okay, cool. I'm done. I did my job. Awesome.
And the thing is, like you said, she's not working 2 or 3 times harder.
It's 12 times.
Yeah, 12 times harder, but also just taking the time to do that. Because I mean, obviously, she set it up, and now it's just doing what it needs to do.
Yeah, and another thing, like what Q said is, a lot of agents, when I show them this, and they sometimes come up to me and say, Woo, I don't think I need all that. Like most of my business is referral. If you had an online presence like that, I can virtually guarantee your referral will double. What do you think they're doing when they get you referred to them? They look you up. If you look like Joyce, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to call Joyce. Do you?
Not at all.
Yeah, not at all. All right.
Well,
So
I would call her the trainer.
yeah, yes. So here are the 13 steps to look like Kathy. Here's what everything Kathy had that Joyce didn't. Google Business Profile setup. Only about a couple of you have Google Business Profile. Professional website with IDX and MLS integration. High quality headshot plus agent bio. Online lead capture. Zillow and Yelp profile setup for reviews. SEO, search engine optimized website. So your website can rank the top #1 when they look up your name. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube setup, social media post template, professional email signature with smart links, custom domain and domain email address, 30-minute consultation booking link, custom logo, and a 60-second video introduction. You're welcome.
I mean, she didn't have all that, right?
She didn't have all that.
Yeah,
These two I included on top.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Good.
but these two are what I have, what I see working very, very well. Having a 60-second video introduction on YouTube, when you first meet a client, just send them your video. Send them the YouTube link. Hey, I just sent you a video that summarizes what my team and I can do for you to net you top dollar. Not many agents do that. So you'll stand out. Yeah. So with that said, if you're just getting started in real estate or working with a tight budget, you're welcome. I just showed you what to do. Use your time and do that stuff, right? But if you're too busy and just want somebody to do everything for you, you can book a call with me and I'll show you what's possible. So I've done this for a few. I don't have a service on this. We recently started helping a couple of Link Me clients with this because they've been asking me, hey, Will, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? So I was like, okay, these agents are asking me to do all this. That means other agents could probably use it. But chances are you guys can probably figure it out. It just takes time.